Good morning, everybody. J.R. Fisher here. It is Thursday already. Can you believe that? Thursday. And I guess it's the 22nd. Yes, 22nd. Welcome, everybody. If you're new to my lives, hey, we're here to help you start, run, and grow online businesses. So feel free to put any comments in that chat section there. I see Paul out there. I see Darnell loves the letter G, it looks like. James Breen, 54. I think I may have you beat finally, James. Let's see here. It's 55. However, it's gonna be 63 today. So we got a little cooling trend here too. A little cloudy, but hey guys, this is just to help you guys start, run, and grow your online businesses. So feel free to put any comments in that chat section. Hey, James, thanks for letting me know that you can hear me. And yes, punch the like button. Hit that like button there if you haven't done it. Paul, James, Darnell, whoever you are, Jenny, go ahead and hit that like button right there. That would be very, very helpful. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every single time I go live or I upload a video. Today we're going to be talking about getting a job. Now, getting a job in digital marketing is a little bit different, but I am going to show you how to go about it, do it without a college degree, because a college degree is just not needed. For what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you all the steps, how to find everything, and by the end of the session today, if you want to be a digital marketer, I can't even say it, if you want to be a digital marketer, you can certainly be one. Not that hard to do. There's just a few steps you got to take. I will go through all those steps with you. You know, I grabbed the wrong cup today. It doesn't say anything on it. It's just a metal cup, and all of my cups are metal, by the way. I don't use any plastic, and glass gets broken, so I went to these metal cups, and they're pretty amazing. I can actually make a drink and put ice in it and set it down at 10:30 at night, and the next morning at 7 or 8 in the morning, the ice is still in there. So that's a pretty amazing cup. Love these things. Got them on Amazon. So guys, first off, let's talk about these digital marketing jobs. They're not really what they used to be. It used to be a traditional job. You'd have to get in your car, drive somewhere, and go to work. The majority of these digital marketing jobs, you don't have to leave your house. So it is kind of like working for yourself. Or the other way you could look at it is you could actually learn these skills, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. But you could pick up these skills and just work as a freelancer from home. So, you know, that's certainly something you could do too. But I want to pull up all these notes that I had on all this. But you know, the cool thing is you don't need a university degree anymore. It's not necessary. What I'm going to do is give you the exact steps to follow if you want to break into online marketing industry. It's not that hard to do. The first thing I would say to do is kind of look at the requirements of the digital marketing jobs. There's a lot of digital marketing jobs out there. You can go to any of these, you know, job sites that are hiring and just kind of look, what are the skills they want? You know, what are they looking for? And I pulled up one of these jobs here. It was kind of interesting. And it said a passionate, collaborative, self-motivated individual who has interest in building skills in digital marketing. So right there, they're saying you can kind of learn on the job. We'd like to have the same experience in all of the following: paid advertising, PPC, which would be Google Ads, organic social media, content creation, SEO, graphic design, and email marketing. So they're looking for a kind of a well-rounded person. You must be hungry, willing to work hard, be open to learning, and be a good listener, and provide value to our team, and be part of the Agile team. So that's what they're saying. Kind of interesting. It would be great to get the skills and knowledge to break away and do your own thing. 100%. And the thing is, you can do it. It's really not that hard to do. The next thing I would tell you is when you're out there looking in the market, this is number 2 if you're keeping track of this, is find the highest paying jobs. I think the biggest mistake people make is they'll send me a message and they're like, how do I make any money online if I don't have any skills? Well, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to go into a job market online and have no skills? Here's the thing. If you have no skills, you can probably make some money online doing data entry or something like that, but you're going to make the lowest rung of, you know, society's pay. You know, that's like going into a job market, you know, where you show up at work every day and go, what's the lowest paying job in the market? I'd like to be able to do that. Why would you want to do that? Why not go out there and find the highest paying jobs? And that is number 2, go find the highest paying jobs. You know, what are they getting paid? The average salary for digital marketer specialists is around $40,000 a year, but it gets much higher as you move up. Okay, so who wants a 40 grand a year job? Nobody does. You get into a specialist and you're going to be in the 60s. And then you get into a digital marketing manager and you're going to be in the 80s and 90s as far as income. And then what I'm going to do is also show you some of the higher end salaries too. The entry-level digital marketing jobs, probably one of the best one is a specialist. And then dropping below that is an SEO specialist. A content marketing specialist is on the high end. You can make $200,000 a year with content marketing. Social media managers are making about $160,000 a year. Graphic designers are making about $140,000. And affiliate marketing managers can make around $160,000 to $180,000 a year. So there is a lot of money to be made out there. Now, how are you going to make the money? Well, I come to step number 3 on this one. Enroll in a digital marketing course. Okay, take a course out there. Now, I know a lot of these courses are certified, but understand they're certified by the person who did the course. So, any of my courses, I could say, boom, you're certified now. I don't do that. I don't do the certifications. Do some employers look for that? I guess some do because they don't know any better. Any employer who's saying, do you have a certification for this, really doesn't understand, okay? Because I know people who have been doing content marketing for 10 years. They don't have any certifications, but they've generated millions of dollars. That's the guy I'd want to hire, right? But I will say you got to get some training. So that's step number 3, take some courses. Be real careful when you're taking these courses, guys. Take it from somebody who's done it, okay? So, I teach Facebook ads because I've done Facebook ads and been successful. I teach drop shipping because I do drop shipping and I've been a drop shipper and I am a drop shipper. So if you take a course from me on drop shipping, it's going to be pretty darn good because that's how I make my living. E-commerce, I've done e-commerce. I have courses on e-commerce. I have Ecom Road that shows you how to do e-commerce because I've done that and I do it every single day. Let's see here. How about copywriting? Copywriting's great. Yeah, and that's the thing too, James, when you bring that up, there's so many different areas of digital marketing that you can get into. You don't have to do one or the other. It's not just building websites. It's not just SEO. He's right. A content person, somebody who's writing copy is extremely valuable. If I can write an email, which I can, but if I can write an email and it'll generate $100,000 in a few days, that's a pretty valuable skill for a business to have. If they have a guy who can, or a woman who can write something that will get people to click and buy, man, that's pretty profitable. That's somebody that you want. Some of the top 5 jobs are digital marketing specialists, content creators. Content creators is huge. So the next thing, number 4, start a digital marketing blog. Here you do. Here's what we're going to do here is we're going to actually build our resume online. If you have a digital marketing blog and you talk about digital marketing and you want to go to work for somebody or you want to be a freelancer, you can direct them to your blog and say, look at this. This is what I know. I already know these things. How do you learn these things? Read other people's blogs, watch videos. It's really not that hard to learn this stuff. Digital marketing is a highly practical process. So the only way to find out if you have the skills to work as a digital marketer is to practice. You just got to do it every single day. When you start blogging, you're going to get in this mindset of optimizing stuff for a website, search engines, advertising campaigns, and you're just going to be getting better and better as you actually do it, and you can do it on your own blog. And who knows, you may be selling your own courses or something going down the road. Let's see, it would be interesting to see how the big guys scale ads. It would be great to get paid to learn to scale. Social media manager would be interesting. Facebook offers certification at universities. Yeah, the problem with universities is the professors haven't done this stuff. You really can't learn it in colleges. And it's like, how do you find somebody to teach, and pay them 70 or 80 grand a year when they can go out on their own and make $300,000 or $400,000 a year? It's really impossible to attract a teacher in a college setting. That's why you almost have to go buy a course from somebody like me or somebody else. There's plenty of good people you buy courses from, but I'm just saying you're not going to pay me 80 grand a year to go teach people. Why would I do that? That's stupid. I can make more than that. Some days I make more than that, but certainly every month I make more than that. So why would I go teach it? The only thing I'm going to do is create courses that I can scale and make money off of. Number 5, choose your specialization. Really, really important to do that, guys. You could be a digital marketing specialist. You could be an SEO specialist. You could be a social media specialist, and a lot of you who are on social media now, who are posting for yourself, you don't realize it, but you're a social media specialist. Email marketing specialist, that's another area you can get into. Content marketing specialist, maybe you're good at content. That can be video content, that can be written content. What about a PPC specialist? So it's a pay-per-click, somebody who's good at that. Affiliate marketing specialist. There's so many areas that you can get into and make money. It's pretty amazing, really. It's just so open-ended as to what you can do. All right, let me talk about some of these things first, because I want to kind of define them. A digital marketing specialist really has a good knowledge of digital marketing, and they know how to run campaigns in different marketing channels, okay? They usually have a wide range of skills, and there's a lot better career opportunities than other specialties if you're a digital marketing specialist. Now, an SEO expert, they got great skills. They know how to do keyword research. They can fix technical SEO errors. They can optimize content for search engines. They can rank websites high in the search engine. So that's kind of what they do. Let me get another sip here. And guys, as we're going along here, don't forget to put those questions and comments in there. I really appreciate it. Some of you guys are really good at it, but putting those comments in there, the more you do that, the more you interact. The more you interact, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more money you can make, and that's just how it works. Content marketing specialist, I mentioned that. So they kind of know the ins and outs of content marketing. It's got to be somebody who really likes writing. Okay, you got to be able to do that. You can design, you can implement, you can optimize content marketing campaigns. That's something that needs to be done. Social media specialist. Hey, this could be a 14-year-old on Facebook now. Of course, I don't know. Are there any 14-year-olds left on Facebook? I think they've all moved to other channels. But they basically have the skill to run a campaign on social media networks. They know how to promote a brand or products. They can analyze the results, which is real important of social media campaigns, and they can manage the social media presence of a company. A PPC specialist, okay, that's a pay-per-click specialist. They know how to run paid campaigns on Google, Facebook, Bing, other networks. They know how They know how PPC platforms work and how to use them to target the right audiences. Next one I mentioned was an email marketing specialist. And they basically have the skills to run email marketing campaigns and convert visitors into leads and customers. And I was day before, writing some of my emails for the campaign I'm running now. And it takes some thought, and you got to figure out, what's going to make somebody open this email? What's going to make somebody click in this email? What's going to make somebody read this email? And how am I going to make them buy when they finally get to the page? So that email marketing specialist is really important too. Affiliate marketing specialist. They're responsible for expanding the affiliate program of a company. So you got to understand the ins and outs of affiliate marketing. So those are some of the areas you can get into. Number 6, follow the work established digital marketing experts. Okay, so you want to go out there and look at the people who are really successful and start following them. Look at what they're posting, listen to what they're saying, and pick up all those little nuances of what works. When you're breaking into a new area like this, it takes a lot of studying and practice, and you're going to need inspiration. You're going to need to listen to people who are doing it. So I would suggest you doing that. I guess number 7 is, if you don't want to wait for that job, you could just become a digital marketing freelancer. You could do all this stuff on your own. Is PPC used on YouTube? Yeah. I have ads that are based on PPC. Ads. You could do all kinds of different metrics if you want when you're running ads. But yeah, you can certainly do that. So you've done your research and you know what jobs are out there. Just go out and freelance. Go out and put yourself on sites like Upwork, like freelancer.com, and let people know what you can do. Put in your portfolio what you've done. You've got to build a portfolio. Super, super important to do that. If you work with a couple of clients, it's much better than having no experience. So put those clients in there, put what you did with those clients in there, put the results you got with those clients in there. It will help you understand what clients need and how the freelancing process works. Maybe you can decide on going full-time as a freelancer. Maybe you don't even want a job. That's probably the way I would go. But keep in mind, you're always going to have to be looking for work if you do that. If you're working for somebody else, whether it's as a freelancer or as a hired employee, you're always going to be working for somebody else. And if you're a freelancer, you're always going to be finding the next new job. So that's why I like working for me, because I don't have to worry about that. Every day I wake up, I got work to do. I'm going to make money. I know that for sure. It would be great to learn headlines that open. Love your emails. Oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah, the headline is huge, or subject line, I think he means, is huge in email marketing. If you don't have good subject lines, guys, nobody's opening your emails. They're just not. Are there forums of these areas of expertise? 100%. Yeah, there's forums. There's copywriting groups on Facebook. There's SEO groups on Facebook. You can find this stuff all over the internet, guys. And here's the deal. People say, I go out to restaurants with some friends of ours, and they're always like, how did you find this place? Oh my gosh, this is so good. How did you find it? I'm like, I went to Google and I looked. So if you just search for anything, I don't care what it is, if it's a group, if it's a forum, whatever, just go to Google and search. I mean, there's stuff out there on everything now. Everything. You can learn whatever you want. The best way to really secure your first client as a freelancer is to just really look at the jobs that are posted on Upwork, Fiverr, People Per Hour. There's a whole bunch of them out there that are related to your specialization. Okay, that's all you got to do. Look at the client requirements, reply to the applicants. Keep your prices low in the beginning. As a matter of fact, I would say super low. Like in the beginning, if somebody posts a job and they say, we're going to pay $500 for somebody to do this pay-per-click or whatever the heck it is, say, I'll do it for $200. But promise me that you give me a review when we're done and base it on how well I do the job, and then just do a great job. And then you got your reviews and you're starting to build your portfolio, and people will see that. You can, if you want. If you don't want to go the freelancer route, number 8 is apply for a digital marketing job. If that's what you want to do, go that route. Find jobs, find employers. There's plenty of employers out there now in this, guys. This is one of the fastest growing areas there is. And the thing is, this isn't getting replaced by machines anytime soon. I did see a software the other day that proposed that it could write copy based on some of the information that you gave it. It could actually write ad copy. I don't know if it works. I don't know. It was intriguing to look at it because it was AI, and I think it based it on, it would write it and then it would see what kind of interaction it got, and then it would actually change it. I don't know how the algorithm worked, but it was kind of interesting. But I don't see digital marketing jobs going anywhere anytime soon except up. The next thing you could do, number 9, if you don't want to go the job route, you don't want to go the freelancer route, is start your own digital marketing agency where you actually do this stuff for businesses. So you can say, hey, for 6 months, I'll do this for you. For 3 months, I'll do this for you. And in case you're starting your own business, okay, you're going to need additional skills like managing a business. A lot of people say, well, I want to start a business, but they've never managed people. They've never managed a business. They don't know anything about accounting. They don't know anything about taxes. There's a lot to running a business. Even my business, I have a CPA who, takes care of everything, but, Jessica, who's my wife, is the executive administrator. She makes sure all the numbers are in there and all the stuff is in there correctly. She understands accounting and debits and credits and all that good stuff, and if you don't understand that stuff, it's going to be really hard to run a business. I would suggest you don't start a business if you don't know this stuff or aren't willing to learn it, because you're going to have to know all this. Really, if you're going to have a digital marketing company, the first challenge, of course, is going to be to find clients. But the second challenge is going to be to make them happy, because they don't understand how this stuff works. A digital marketing company may get a client that's a restaurant, and the restaurant may say after a week, well, our sales didn't double. You're not doing your job. So they don't understand that it's a building thing. It's getting people in there. And then once they get the people in there, it's their job to upsell them to more food or whatever the case may be. So you got to set those expectations. Number 10 is build your own brand. That's what I do. I build my own brand. I don't sell services. I do sell courses, so people can buy my courses. To become a successful digital marketing professional, you're going to be needed to be recognized as an expert. Okay, if people don't look at you and go, oh my God, this person knows all kinds of stuff, then you're not going to be, you're not going to build your personal brand. Let's see here. Paul says your friend from Guerrilla Marketing has that software for content marketing. Yeah, which one are you talking about, Paul? I'm not sure. I know a lot of people from Guerrilla Marketing, and I'd probably be back at that meeting again. That was really good. We did that one down in Florida. Gosh, it's been 2 years ago. I hate to think about that. It's been that long. So how are you going to build your brand? First thing you can do is have a blog, and I said that earlier. You've got to have a blog that has this information that you know so people can see it. You can grow your social media following. That's what I do here on YouTube, right? I do videos and I say, hey, this is information that works, but you can also use Twitter, you can use LinkedIn, whatever you want, but you got to build that following. You got to have that following. As of today, we're getting really close to that 5,000 number, and I really want that 5,000 number just because it puts us into a new category on YouTube called FameBit, and you can look up FameBit if you want. You can kind of see what the qualifications are, but we need that 5,000. So guys, you know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you haven't shared it, please do so. You can also do guest posts on other people's blogs. I think that's really good. You write an article or something and you can link back to your site. You can just approach some of these sites and say, this is what I want to do. Next thing you can do, this is a really good idea. Think about this one. How about if you start a YouTube channel or a podcast? I haven't done the podcast thing, and I'm intrigued by it. I really am, and it's something I may check into later. Right now, I'm all in on YouTube, so that's what I do. And you know, at 11 videos a week, which is what I'm doing now. You have 5 recorded, uploaded, and then 6 live. I don't have a whole lot of time to do a podcast. All excuses, right? I should make time, but that's all I'm doing right now. Network with other professionals. You know, find other people in your industry that are doing this stuff and talk to them. You know, attend events when they come back. Network with these people. You know, building these relationships and these personal relationships is a great way to gradually build your reputation of your personal brand. Okay. Publish case studies and success stories. So a lot of times when I have people that, you know, go through my courses, I'll get testimonials and they'll post stuff about what they learned and, you know, how much money they made and all that good stuff. I don't like to do that a whole lot. I just don't want to get other people involved in my business, but every now and then I'll do that. And some of my sales pages, you'll see videos of people giving testimonials. Oh yeah, Jason. Yeah, Jason's a great guy. I don't know about his software for content marketing though. You know, he's a great guy, but I don't know that software. Paul, have you had experience with it? Is that something you've done? And he's putting that in the chat section, guys, if you're just listening to me. So, you know, getting into digital marketing without a degree is not difficult to do because there really are no good degrees for this. Having a degree is not bad. Like, so if I say I'm a digital marketer and I also have a degree in, you know, finance, business finance. I do have a BS degree in business finance. It's funny they call it a BS though, isn't it? When you do interviews, did you get much traffic from the person interviewed audience? I do. It really depends on who I'm talking to and how well known they are. That has a lot to do with it. But I don't always just say, hey, I'm only going to interview somebody who is very well known and has a huge following, because it's also my job to help them out. So if they don't have any following, but they're interesting, I'll still talk to them in an interview with them because it's my helping them out. Okay, I don't always need somebody to help me out. So that's something else. The best way to demonstrate your skills and expertise is to show them examples, guys, of your work. If you know how to rank your websites on Google, you know, show them how you did it. Show them how your website ranks. Show them how to run profitable PPC campaigns. I have a friend who wanted to do hotel reviews and said, hey, I want to contact these hotels and get them to comp a room for me, and I'll do a video for them. Well, the best way to get a hotel to want to do that is to go out and just do hotel reviews. Stay at a hotel, post those videos, and then you can direct them to those videos you did on other hotels, and they can see what you're talking about. They can see an example of what you're going to do for them. And I know a lot of people who travel and never pay for hotels because they always do a review of a hotel somewhere. They put that on their channel. Then when they get ready to go to a city, like we're getting ready to go to a city now, we were actually thinking about doing it, but I haven't done hotel reviews. They contact 2 or 3 hotels and say, hey, I've got this channel. I want to, you know, review your hotel. Go to my channel and here's some links of other hotels I've reviewed. But you got to start off doing it for free. That's how it works. That's how all this online stuff works, is you got to start off by doing stuff for free. You can't just get money up front. It doesn't work that way. Let's see here. Do you think running a few ads on Facebook might get you over the 5,000? No, because that's Facebook and this is YouTube. And it really is an entirely different audience. My best way to get over that 5,000, I've only got, what is it? I mean, it's just a ridiculous number now. I don't need hardly anything at this point, but let's just see. This morning, studio, there's YouTube Studio. My dashboard, I got 4818 So I only need like 100 and I'm trying to do the math here. 72, is that right? 172 subscribers to get there. So to run an ad for that, it's not even worth it. But you did bring up an important thing. Don't run an ad on one platform to help another platform, right? Now, if I was trying to build my Facebook group, I would run an ad on Facebook. If I was trying to build my YouTube channel, I would run an ad on YouTube. So stay within your lane. That's super important that you realize that. That's why that's a good question you asked. James Elcher says he went from 50,000 to 150,000 by doing contests. Yeah, you can certainly do that. But when I run ads, I want to make money. Okay, so quite honestly, to build my channel, the best thing I can do is content. I don't want to just buy subscribers, essentially, is what you're doing. Because they're not as good. They're not there because they really want your content. You just pretty much bought them. And they may not interact, they may not watch your videos or any of that stuff, so I don't do it for that reason. So yeah, guys, what do you think? You think you could get a job as a digital marketer? I think you could. I think just about anybody could, because all you got to do is figure out what the jobs are. All you got to do is find out the best paying ones. All you got to do is go get those skills, which is simple to do. It's free online, or take a course and really kind of ramp it up and get there a lot quicker. And anybody listening to this can do it. If you have a computer and an internet connection, you could be in business. You could be making money. Let's see, Paul also says an interesting place to see jobs and what's being offered is Adweek job board. Adweek job board. Yeah, I don't know a lot of the job boards because I really have no reason to go to any of them, so I couldn't tell you where jobs are in that respect. I know the freelancer ones because I use those sites every day. I use freelancer.com. I use Upwork.com. I use Fiverr.com. But if you're actually looking for a job, I couldn't tell you what the best job sites are, but you could just search best job sites. You would find everything's there. Every answer to any question you have is online for you to grab. They're all there. Remember the hit song, Get a Job? Get a Job. I do not. What is the hit song, Get a Job? All right, now you got me curious. Song, Get a Job, Get a Job. I probably know it and don't know the title because I just don't know any of these things. Get a Job. I'm not good with remembering music and artists and all that stuff. So, Get a Job. Yep. What is this about? Get a Job is a song by the Silhouettes released in November 1957. That was before I was born, James. I don't know that. I don't know. It reached #1 spot on the Billboard Pop and R&B singles charts in February 1958. It was later included, let's see, in Robert Christow's Basic Record Library of 50s and 60s. Yeah, I wasn't born then, so I don't know. I was born in 59, so it was a year before I was born. I'm sure it's great. Now I got to listen to it. I got to at least take a listen to it now. Big companies are finally seeing the importance of social marketing. Yeah, man, they should have seen that 10 years ago, right? The recent bankruptcy of companies had poor to no social marketing and zero engagement. Yeah, that's true. And the thing is, you don't need that big of an audience to make a living. They say that you need about 1,000 loyal people on social media to make a living. I believe that. And I've got, thousands on Facebook, and I've got thousands on this channel here, and I make a living. And then, of course, Survivalcave Food has a page, and I don't know, there's 20,000 people or whatever on that. I haven't looked at it in so long. But yeah, it doesn't take that much. The thing is, nowadays, it's easy to reach them because we have the internet. There's 7 billion people in the world, and you only need 1,000 or 2,000. That ain't much. That ain't much to make a living. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and wind it down. Got a lot of stuff to do today. I got to finish editing. Oh my God, I edited, I think, 7 videos yesterday. So exhausting. I'm not kidding you. It's just like, what's worse is I got to edit me talking, so I'm listening to me talk to me. It's just not fun. Just not fun. But that's not the point. The point is you got to do the things that aren't fun. You got to do the things that somebody else wouldn't do, and that's how you succeed. It's doing all those things nobody else wants to do. So I'll go back to doing that today. I'll get back to writing my emails. I got to start my email campaign for my survival food. That's going to come up. Okay, biggest old song I remember when I was a kid is Wipeout. Yes, I remember that. And it was like the drum thing. We all used to all play that on our desk, the Wipeout song. I remember that. It was done by 2 bands. Yeah, that was awesome. It really was. Okay, guys, I don't have anything else for you. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every time I upload a video or I go live. Put your comments in there. Did you like this session today? Is this helpful to you today? What else do you want? And I ask you this a lot because I really want to know so I can help you out. This session actually was because somebody suggested that they wanted to get a job in digital marketing. How would they do it? That's why I did this session today. So if you have something that you want to learn, if you have something that you want to do, then I would suggest you put it in that chat section, and I may very well do a video on it because I want to please you guys. See you tomorrow, gang. Have a blessed week. Appreciate that, Paul. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, please do so. It's a simple thing to do. You just smash that like button. Just smash it or smash it. Either way you want to do it, but smash that like button. It means so much to me. Great session. Peace and blessings, everyone. Always. And guys, I will be here tomorrow also at 9 a.m. Saturday will be 10 a.m. Saturday, you don't want to miss. Saturday, I'm going to go over these steps that are frigging awesome. They're proven to improve your life dramatically, and you're really going to like this thing on Saturday. I mean, tomorrow's going to be great too, but Saturday is this. It's mind-blowing. It really is. When you show up Saturday, you're going to go, holy crap, I didn't know if I could just do these 4 or 5 things. And there are 4 or 5 depending on what you want to do. If you just do these 4 or 5 things, your life will change. I mean, I don't care what age you are, I don't care how smart you are, I don't care what your background is. These 4 or 5 things, and I keep saying 4 or 5 because it originally started with 4 and they added 1 more. It's super famous. You're going to see when you attend on Saturday. You're going to be so glad you did. Would like more on content management and marketing. Okay, I can do that. Content management and marketing. I can certainly do that. Matter of fact, I'll plug that in for next week, Paul. Content management and marketing. I keep reminding myself here so I know what to do. We'll push channel out to my people. Thank you so much, guys. If you would share the channel too, that would mean so very much. I'm trying to decide if this will be here on Monday morning. I don't know. I'm giving it some thought now. It's getting a little warm when I work out. It kind of gets sweaty and hot. What do you think I should do? Put it in the comments. Should I keep it? Should I get rid of it? That's up to you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being